Welcome, welcome everyone. Today's live, we're doing Earth signs. We're doing Earth signs for the week of March 7th through March 13th of 2022. So we're going to be looking at Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Hi, Sandra. Welcome, welcome. All right, so I'm totally getting started a little behind, and I didn't have my incense ready. Junior's mom gave me this waterfall for Christmas, and I think it was probably one of my best presents. I can watch that thing for hours. I need to get ones that last longer. All right, guys. So I am going to put timestamps in. So if you do come in to watch the replay, just click the description box, go straight down to the bottom, and then they will be down there. You just click on it. It takes you right to where you want to go on your video. Let me know, Sandra, can you hear any music? I do have it playing in the background. I just don't want to have to delete it. I hope it's okay. Sweet. Thank you so much for letting me know. All right, so let me get my timestamp paper ready. So it's funny we're doing Earth signs today because it's totally really calming. The energy is really calming. Like yesterday, the energy was real feisty, right? We were doing the fire sign, so it fit perfect. And this morning, it's been like a really slow morning, really calming morning. I've just been listening to music, watching a few other tarot readers on YouTube. Tina has Amelia today, so it's been a super slow morning, actually. I feel like the Earth signs are probably going to be pretty calm. I feel like last week was probably the most excitement for the Earth signs. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to timestamp Taurus. I'm going to do 225. So Taurus, this is going to be for the week of March 7th through March 13th of 2022. So we do have some astrological events happening, but the one I'm looking forward to the most is the spring equinox. The spring equinox is actually happening on March 20th. So I feel like that's everybody's ready for spring. And where I'm at, spring's actually come a little early, which is a little concerning because it gets super hot here. So we're all wondering if it's going to just stay hot. Is this going to be like one of the hottest summers? I don't think I would necessarily mind. I'm ready. I'm ready for the heat. All right, Taurus, I am using the Angel Inspiration deck. Let's see, what is the energy for the week of March 7th through March 13th? Wow, we have Trust the Flow, and I do see that huge violet color. But Trust the Flow just tells me that something's happening probably that you didn't expect, or it's probably could be something that's difficult and it's challenging, and Spirit's just saying like there's a reason, there's a purpose, just trust what's happening. On the bottom is generosity. It definitely could be about your generosity, Taurus, and definitely could be someone that's helping you. All right, I am going to use Rider Waite to clarify. All right, Taurus, what's going on with the flow? So we have Knight of Wands. So someone brings you a message about some sort of new action that you need to take. And we have the Four of Cups coming out. So the Four of Cups is about blocking something out, not paying attention. So I feel like this has actually already happened. And you're in a situation where you're having to trust that this happened for a reason. Somebody brought you some sort of offer. They were courageous enough to take some sort of new action towards, but you're still sitting here like trying to decide if you want this offer or not. And then we have the Chariot, which is strong Cancer energy, a major arcana. It's very much about picking a lane. It has something to do with like rules and regulations. This is like a yes or a no. It's like there's a strict, it's not necessarily strict. It's like there's a cut and dry answer here, Taurus. and for some reason you don't like it or you don't want it. On the bottom, we have the Seven of Cups. I feel like that's actually what you want. Not the confusion necessarily, but you want more options. All right, so I mixed my Power of Love activation cards with my magical times because I'm weird like that and I like to mix my cards. And we're going to use those for guidance. So we're going to use the Llewellyn Tarot to see our main spread. All right, Taurus, let's see if we can figure out what is the challenge or obstacle with the situation. What is it about the option that you don't like? I feel like the option is telling you that you have to take some sort of action, and that's the part you don't like. So we have the Eight of Wands again. So Wands, I feel like the challenge is that something's happened suddenly. It's probably something difficult. Like I said, when it said trust the flow, something that's happening, it has a purpose, it has a reason. You probably can't see or understand that just yet, but it's definitely brought like sudden changes. I feel like it's making you like step out of your comfort zone. All right, let's look at lesson learned that can help you with this challenge or obstacle. So we have the Seven of Swords. So Seven of Swords is like not trusting something. This could be like you don't trust yourself to choose, or you don't trust yourself to take this offer. It could be about self-doubt, definitely. The Llewellyn Tarot always wants to fly. So we have the Five of Swords coming out as the outcome. Okay, so I just want to say really quickly, Seven of Swords can definitely be that someone's lying to you, Taurus, or someone is deceiving you in some way. But I immediately picked up that this is like self-doubt, like you don't believe that you're going to make the right decision. And then the Five of Swords coming out as the outcome actually just gives me a strong confirmation. Five of Swords is about disagreements, arguments. It can say that these two people walk away and you come out on top of the situation, Taurus. I also want to say that it is a victory card. People do say that this is a victory card. I don't actually ever see it as a victory because the cost is so high with this victory. But what I always get with this Five of Swords is negative thinking, because swords are communication, but it's something negative. It's something that's not healthy. It's something that's not good. Like the Five of Swords is not a good energy card. You know what I mean? So I feel like I'm talking to a Taurus that has like self-doubt. I'm surprised like we didn't see the Eight of Swords, because it's like some sort of self-restriction. It's something you're telling yourself you can't do. You could even be telling yourself like you're not allowed to. That would be like the Chariot, the rules and regulations. You could be saying like, I'm not allowed to take this offer. Okay. All right, I didn't mean to pull any more, but I guess we did. All right, so the Ace of Cups and the Queen of Cups also have to come out. I'm sorry, the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands, again, a new action. A new action. So there's definitely some sort of new action that's happened. And Queen of Cups comes out towards. Queen of Cups can definitely be a mother. It's like the unconditional love card. To me, this is very much a divine feminine clue card. So there's probably a divine feminine with Taurus in some sort of major aspect that just really wants her reading today. All right, let's use the Gilded Tarot and we're going to clarify. Oh, wow. I didn't know you can have spam on Twitch. That's interesting. But thank you, whoever that is. I will become famous on my own. Oh my gosh. All right. Let's clarify that Eight of Wands. What is the sudden change that has you all shook up? I feel like you definitely don't like it. You're not happy about it. So the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles, you had to let something go. So the Four of Pentacles says that you are holding on to something really tightly, and it very much means release and let go. But the Four of Pentacles, I just want to say, like, this guy always gets such a hard rap because the reason he's holding on to these pentacles so tightly in all the different tarot cards you see, sometimes he's clutching them like against his chest or shoved in his hat, or he's stepping on them. It's because he thinks that's all he's ever going to get. He thinks there's no better. This is it. So I have to take this. I have to hold on to this, and I can't let this go. So I feel like the sudden change that happened to us was you had to release something or someone. Someone. Two of Cups comes out. Ooh, and the Magician. Two of Cups is very much a partnership. This is usually my soulmate card, but I don't think that it's a soulmate you released, because I don't. So there's three different types of relationships: soulmates, twin flames, karmics. Soulmates last long periods of time. Like, even if you're in a relationship with a soulmate and you break up with a soulmate, it's actually one of the better relationships with like an ex that you'll ever experience. Because soulmates are two people that put in equal effort. That's why I say this is my soulmate card. But I feel like you had to let someone go, Taurus, that you thought was a soulmate. And I think they were actually, it's very possible they have Cancer energy in a strong, prominent place on their chart. But I think they were actually very manipulative, because the Magician is about manipulation, and it's going to fall over here on top of the Seven of Swords, which is trickery or deceit, which I did say. So it could definitely be split, because I did say that it's possible someone's like being lying or deceiving you, Taurus. It definitely could be that energy. And it's also very possible that there's some sort of falling out. You release and let go, and it causes some sort of argument. But I think for many of you, it's possible that this has happened, and you're telling yourself, Taurus, that you're saying things like you can't be without this person, or maybe you were too hard on this person. It's like you're giving them an out or giving them excuses. You also have the Judgment card. That's interesting. So Judgment, I always think, is like my higher calling card, like your higher purpose. But I feel like Spirit just spoke to you and you heard it. It's like you definitely got assistance in this to break free from the situation. You also have the Knight of Swords. That is my breakup card, or like my breakup clue card, because knights are messengers. They travel to unknown lands. They bring you messages that take a lot of courage to bring you. Swords, of course, communication, freedom, liberty, and clarity. And then, of course, you can see the eagle flying. It's very much like you're telling someone you're free to go. Whether you're telling yourself or telling someone else, it's like you're saying you're free to go. You're not bound here. You can go do whatever it is that you need to do. So Taurus, if you are breaking up or splitting up with someone, it's very possible that it is going to cause some sort of disagreement, but it does say that you do come out on top of the situation. It also says that you take some sort of new action, and that new action does have something to do with unconditional love. You have the Page of Wands coming out. So the Page of Wands is like baby steps. I feel like Spirit's just saying take baby steps, especially for that person that has the negative thinking, like keeps telling themselves that they can't do something without someone. I feel like Spirit's telling you to take little steps. I want to clarify that Ace of Wands and Queen of Cups too. Why not? We have the Seven of Pentacles, so patience or planting seeds. Oh, we have a match. Two different decks. It's so hard not to say twin flame on this channel. So we have the Judgment card, which is about your higher calling and your purpose. We have the Queen of Cups, which is divine feminine, unconditional love. And then we have the King of Cups, which is my clue card for divine masculine. So this Taurus, most likely separating or pulling away from either a karmic relationship and moving towards a twin journey, or moving from a twin and moving towards a soulmate. So super, super interesting. All right, so let's do guidance. I'm super excited because I've mixed the two decks. So I have Magical Times together with, and it's going to be a huge deck, the Power of Love. So the Power of Love activation cards, I'm going to be super careful because it is a lot of cards. But I love mixing these guidance, these oracle cards up and making them for the guidance. All right, Taurus. So from Spirit, what does Spirit have to say about this situation? So the first card to come out says kindness. You are a humanitarian made of love, and you are able to share that energy with others. If you're on the twin journey, definitely your purpose. You have manifestation. Your dreams have untold energy. Open the door and let them live. Desire and belief are your power. And then you have change. I felt that. You are transforming. Let go of the past. Embrace the light and joy of this new day. All right, so now we're going to close it out for Taurus with a Moonology Oracle. And this is going to help with your thoughts and emotions. I don't think you're actually very emotional this week, but I do feel like you're very much in your thoughts. You're trying to decide whether to make a decision. And I think the decision has something to do with staying or going. So the first one we have to come out, it says nothing is yet set in stone. Interesting. We have meditate and contemplate. That's the new moon in Pisces. And we have nothing will come of the situation, the void of course moon. That's actually my least favorite card. Look how it's falling on that change. And look how I felt like Taurus does not want this change. I feel like if you're trying to, Taurus, if you want new things, you have to take new actions. And I feel like that's what Spirit's saying. All right, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that reading was helpful. If it was, please like, share, comment, subscribe, all those very good things. And then I'm just going to clean up really quickly and we will jump to Virgo. I am offering free readings, guys. So if you wait patiently, I would be happy to pick a few at the end of our Earth signs. Timestamps will be in the description box. So if you're coming in to watch the replay, just click the description box, scroll down to the bottom, and you can click where you want to go. Kenteric, I hope I said that right. Hi, our Twitch is taking off today, guys. We did have a spammer in there. I just want to say I didn't know that was a thing. I thought that was only on YouTube. Silly, right? I know. People fall for those. Buy views, buy subscribers, buy clicks. I haven't had to buy anything. Spirit just sends them to me. It's that easy. So definitely some strong twin energy with the Taurus. I love seeing that King and Queen of Cups from two different decks. All right, so I've almost got it. Awesome. Please hit that follow and subscribe button. Too cool, too cool. It's so funny. I really thought it would be harder to get people to go from one to the other. But it's not really. And I think it's just the Twitch energy because Twitch is just awesome. I'm going to just split it and see that Two of Cups again. So tell me if I'm saying it right. Is it Kenteric? All right, so we are almost ready for Virgo. Hi, Sandra. Kenteric. It's almost there. Kenteric. Interesting. So I wonder why Kentaric was drawn to us. All right. So let's timestamp Virgo. Let's do 2010 for Virgo. So Virgo, this is going to be for the week of March 7th through March 13th of 2022. I am using the Angel Inspiration deck for your energy of the week. So let's see, what is Virgo going to be working with? Ooh, Archangel Zakiel. So Archangel Zakiel is the righteousness of God. This angel brings comfort, compassion, and forgiveness. Ooh, I felt that forgiveness right away. It's also about grief. This angel comes down in times of grief. That could be what I'm feeling, grief. So for somebody out there, really strong energy. I'm feeling like so I feel like it kind of came in this order. It's grief, forgiveness, compassion. It could even be like grief, compassion, forgiveness. It's kind of like in that order. You suffered some sort of loss, Virgo. You either had to learn to offer forgiveness, and that's how you found compassion, which I think is going to be what's going to happen here. Or it could definitely be the other way around, that you had compassion for the person and that's how you were able to offer forgiveness. But it definitely has something to do with forgiveness, and it definitely has something to do with like a grieving of some sort of loss. On the bottom is kindness, and kindness also speaks about compassion. You see how she's carrying the little puppy? All right, so let's use the Rider-Waite. And let's clarify for Virgo. Let's see if we can figure out what's going on. What is this energy about? So we have the Two of Swords coming out. You feel like you're stuck. We have the Sun coming out. It has something to do with youth. Someone young, maybe. It could have something to do with children. And a King of Swords. I don't think it's children. I think it's actually just happiness. I feel like you feel like you're stuck and you can't find happiness or get happiness or go after happiness due to an air sign, a King of Swords type of energy. King of Swords is like someone, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but someone who is like real cutthroat. You see how he has the sword? So all kings protect their people, right? That's what the kings do in the grand scheme of all of this, right? For example, like the King of Pentacles, he provides for his people and he gives them money, gives them things they need, right? Material things. And then like King of Cups loves his people and he gives them unconditional love, right? King of Swords fights for his people and he protects his people, but he protects his people beyond all measure. Like out of all the kings, this is the king that's going to cut you. You see what I'm trying to say? So I feel like it's very possible that someone's in some type of relationship where someone could be like really domineering, really maybe like overprotective, something like that. But you're definitely learning to find compassion, which means that you're learning to understand like the why, the reason why this person acts this way. All right, so let's pull Llewellyn out and let's see if we can get the main spread. What's the challenge or obstacle? Why do you feel stuck? So we have the Knight of Wands coming out. So Knight of Wands actually just came out for Taurus. Excuse me, sorry. So if your person has Taurus or you have Taurus in a major aspect, I would definitely say check that part of the video out also. Timestamps are in the description box. But the Knight of Wands is someone who is courageous enough to tell you that they bring something to you that has something to do with action, movement, because the wands are action. It's something you desire. It's going to be something they desire, not necessarily something you desire. So with Taurus, it was very much like the person desired it, but not so much Taurus. But with this particular situation, it's actually possible that the challenge is that you need to be this courageous. So Virgo, you probably need to tell someone something. And that something is what's going to get you out of this Two of Swords energy. You're going to have to take some sort of new action, Virgo. It's like you've been doing something over and over and over, and you're not. I said this to Taurus too. Like, I think this is going to be the theme for the earth signs. If you want a different result, you have to take a different action, right? And I feel like that's kind of what's happening. Knight of Cups. So we have 2 knights coming out as lesson learned. Knight of Cups, again, bringing you some sort of message, courageous enough to bring this message. And cups, of course, are like your emotions, how you feel. This has something to do with feelings. And then outcome, we have the 4 of Swords. So you pause, you stop. It's a time, 4 of Swords usually says it's a time of rest. I always get like, it's time for you to pause. You need to pause, stop, and do something. And I think what you need to stop and do is going to have something to do with like, so the universe card comes out on the bottom of the deck, and the universe card is very much like, you know, receiving messages from the universe, being spiritual. This could be about like meditation, especially with the 4 of Swords out here. All right, let's use the Gilded Tarot and clarify a little. Thanks. I'm a Sagittarius, I think. What? I don't know a lot. Well, it's going to be pretty interesting because we have many, many, many Sagittarius subscribers and followers. And Kinteric, I'm just going to tell you, we very much are a twin flame channel. We work on relationships, twin flames, soulmates, and karmics. We learn the difference between the relationships and the purpose for those. So I imagine that's going to have something to do with why you were drawn. Plants. Hi, Plants from Twitch. So I do offer free readings, guys, as soon as I am done. And we are on Virgo, fixing to do Capricorn next. So if you're patient and wait patiently, I would love to choose you. All right, so we had 2 come out already. We had the King of Pentacles and the Star come out. And the King of Pentacles is kind of like I was explaining with the King of Swords. The King provides for his people, and the Pentacles are things, money, material things, that type of situation. So this could have something to do with like a protector or a provider. King of Pentacles, a lot of times I get someone that you put up on a pedestal. The Star comes out, and the Star is very much this archangel. The Star is about a clean slate, forgiveness, hope for the future. It's about purification. All right, let's look at Knight of Cups. So we have the Queen of Pentacles coming out. We have a match. Interesting. And we have the Moon coming out. All right, so we have the Star and the Moon. So that's interesting. King of Pentacles, the Star. Queen of Pentacles, the Moon. Wow. All right, so Queen of Pentacles is about resources. It's about being in control of your finances. It's also kind of this, I'm getting like a motherly caretaker kind of energy where you have to like provide for people. The Moon comes out, Virgo, and the Moon is about like high emotions. It's about things you don't understand, fear. So Knight of Cups, needing to deliver a message, is lesson already learned. I feel like you already know that you need to come at the situation from love. So I don't feel like, I didn't pick that up either. Like at the beginning, I don't feel like this King of Swords is someone who's like abusive. If they are, like if they have like abusive tendencies, like maybe they're a little overprotective, maybe like they hover too much, smother you, that type of thing. I don't necessarily feel, Virgo, that it's out of like, trying to control or manipulate you. We don't see the Magician. We don't see those types of cards. What I do feel is like this person just really, really loves you. And it's definitely like new resources need to be found. I feel like something, they need to be able to learn how to share that information in a healthier, like more balanced way. All right, let's look at 4 of Swords. And Virgo, take it how it resonates. This could definitely be you. You could be the one that's like a little too much. You know what I'm trying to say? So the Hanged Man comes out. Okay, we don't need all of those. And the Judgment card. All right, so the Hanged Man is strong Pisces energy, but it's kind of like the Four of Swords energy also. It's very much just a strong confirmation that you're in your head. I did pick up meditation earlier. I do feel like Spirit is wanting to communicate with you. If you remember, like, I think the universe was on the bottom. So I would definitely recommend like meditation. But the Hanged Man is about being in your mind. It's about being suspended between two worlds. It says like you feel like you can't go back and you can't move forward. You're kind of stuck. But I do feel like you're going to hear some sort of calling. The Judgment card does come out. I don't think it's any type of like legal judgment. I think it's actually where you hear there's a, like, I always get like you hear your calling, you hear your purpose, you start to follow your purpose. And that's kind of what I'm getting. But I feel like you're going to find the reason to this situation. And then you're going to find a new resource to be able to balance that situation out. All right, so let's do guidance next, and let's just see what Spirit says about the situation. Oh, I'm sorry. Pluto return definitely has, we have Pluto return, and then we also have Mars and Venus conjunction that's lasting forever. So definitely some tower moments happening in relationships. And honestly, it's to end certain things that just no longer serve your greater good. But I don't want people to panic because it is very possible that it doesn't necessarily bring a breakup, but it helps you clarify something so that you're able to treat each other better. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like you're able to get more on the same level. So just keep that in mind also. I definitely feel like mine and Junior's Pluto, we became a lot stronger. We spent more time together. In the last couple of weeks, we've definitely been taking more self-care days together. Yeah, it's definitely just made our relationship a lot stronger. So it doesn't necessarily have to be like a destruction tower or nothing like that. All right, so prosperity comes out and it says, focus on the positive and more good will come. Give thanks for blessings and they will multiply. Prosperity begins in the mind. Interesting. So I do feel like you're very much in your mind. We also have transformation. You use the power of love to move through illusions and shift into awareness. It's almost like this Pisces energy and then the Judgment card. And then we have metamorphosis. Trust the process and be patient. Becoming cannot be rushed. Change is beautiful. So I did sense early on that you need to take some sort of new action with that Knight of Wands coming out. But I don't think it's anything drastic where you need to like jump up and run off somewhere, Virgo, because you do have the Four of Swords, which is very much like a pause, stop, rethink things, reanalyze things. And then metamorphosis coming out saying trust the process, be patient. Change is beautiful. It cannot be rushed, right? It's interesting. So interesting. I'm going to read it just because I feel like there's one or two of you out there. Ownership is on the bottom. You acknowledge your misdeeds and accomplishments alike and learn to love them all as lessons. So Virgo, if this is your energy and you're the one that's maybe like a little bit too you know, I don't want to say like controlling, but it's almost like you're trying to control the situation. Yeah, I feel like you're gonna really quickly learn that this is all happening for a reason. It's part of a lesson that you needed to learn. All right, Virgo, let's close it out with the Moonology Oracle. And this is gonna help with your thoughts and emotions. Again, I don't feel like you're very emotional this week. I definitely got a really grounded energy right before I started, like a really calming energy. I even mentioned it at the beginning of the video. You guys are not very emotional this week, but you're very much in your thoughts. So we have the end of a tough cycle approaches. It's the full moon in Capricorn. Look at the bigger picture. It's the full moon in Sagittarius. Where's that Sagittarius at? Look at the bigger picture. And then we have don't let pride get in your way. It's the full moon in Leo. All right, I'm going to leave it right there, Virgo. I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. If it was, please like, share, comment, subscribe, all those very good things that do help my channel grow. All right, guys, so I'm just going to clean up really quickly. And then we have the last one is Capricorn. Interesting, interesting. Some signs can very much date each other. And so me and Miss Tina, my I call her my soul sister. We were just talking about that just the other day. Like two Scorpios, and I don't want to say you can't, because as soon as I say you can't, there's gonna be two Scorpios that find my channel out of nowhere, and they're gonna be like, oh my gosh. But I'm just saying, like, normally two Scorpios, I can imagine that's super rough. Make the best of friends, but in a relationship, woo. Two Aries, I imagine can be pretty fierce. What about like two Leos? I feel like two of any of the same fire signs. But Sagittarius is two fire signs, so I feel like it would be a little woohoo. Hold on. Look at that King of Swords again. Wow, look at that. But Sagittarius are what I call because we had this huge burst of Sagittarius people that came and subscribed right around the same time last year. So I always say that Sagittarius is my new psychic friends, but I feel like they're not necessarily so new now. We've had a large group for quite some time. But Sagittarius, I went to go learn about Sagittarians because we were getting a lot of Sagittarian subscribers. And yes, very psychic, highly intuitive, drawn for a reason, have strong purposes. So yeah, I imagine two fire signs together can be pretty interesting. All right, so we are almost to Capricorn. Tower just flipped out. That's interesting. Not necessarily. Maybe it could just be a pause. Like the Four of Swords, like a pause and reset. Ooh, be content is trying to fly out. I haven't even time stamped yet. Be content. I can understand why you would feel that sometimes, though. Absolutely. Especially when there's children involved. All right. Let's timestamp for Capricorn. Let's do an even 39 minutes for Capricorn. So Capricorn, this is going to be for the week of March 7th through March 13th of 2022. So I am using the Angel Inspiration deck for the energy of the week. We've kind of changed the cards around and moved them around just a little. So far, the earth signs have been very calm, very much like on a mission, planning, strategizing, thinking things through. So Capricorn, let's see, what is your energy for this week? We have withdraw coming out. There's actually something good about this card, and I always get it wrong. So I'm just going to pull it out really quickly. Please forgive me. I will remember after about the 50th time. All right, Capricorn, withdraw. It says, oh yeah, detach. That's what it is. All right, so withdraw, disengage, or detach. It says, are you too emotionally and physically drained to see the situation clearly? I feel like that's going to be a strong part of you. And then for many of you, it says, do you always expect yourself to perform at full pace? That's going to be a strong part of you. So I don't think you're actually withdrawing. I think Spirit's actually asking you to withdraw, to stop, to look at things from a bigger picture. You're probably Capricorn. All the Capricorns I know just push themselves nonstop. You're the real goat, the true goat. Everybody calls themselves the goat, but you are the actual goat. So out of all the zodiac signs, Capricorn is the one that will put their head down, work the hardest, and not stop until just they don't stop until whatever it is accomplished. Everyone else have done fell out way back, and Capricorn is that goat that just keeps on pushing. So I feel like Spirit's asking you to stop, take a break, look at something from a bigger picture. You're pushing yourself really hard for something, and it's very possible, Capricorn, that you're pushing yourself maybe like in the wrong direction, or you're making something harder than it needs to be, something like that. On the bottom is that Be Content card. So Capricorn, if you're using the timestamps, you would have missed it. But right before we timestamp for Capricorn, Be Content came out. It flipped out. So Be Content says you have everything that you're supposed to have right now. Does it mean you'll never have more? Absolutely not. But at this time in your life, you're where you're supposed to be. You're at the place you're supposed to be. You're with who you're supposed to be. You're not making any wrong decisions. You're not straying off the past. You're not behind. For many of you, Capricorn, I feel like you're pushing yourself so hard because you feel like you're behind some sort of line that says you're supposed to be up here. And that line is only in your mind, it's not anywhere else. But you're definitely pushing yourself, and Spirit's saying, hey, you are exactly where you're supposed to be. All right, let's see if we can get a little more clarification. Well, I feel like you just cleared it right up for all of us right there. Like, clearly, that's not something that is very kind or nice or screams unconditional love at all, right? So, yeah, I don't know. That it seems like Spirit definitely brought the Pluto return and the towers to everyone for a reason, for a purpose. And if it just didn't serve your greater good, then it was removed. Absolutely. But as you're going through all these changes, just know that you're not alone. There's several people dealing with the same situation. Look at that. Five of Swords came out, and if you watch Taurus, I talked about the Five of Swords and how it's very much a negative thinking card for me. Like you're telling yourself that you can't do something, Capricorn. The Emperor comes out, is strong Aries, but this is actually like wisdom, power, control. And then we have the Seven of Swords. Yeah, you're just not trusting yourself to do something. I feel like you are definitely trying to push for this Emperor like position. And I feel like you don't trust yourself to be able to do it. Five of Swords does say there is some sort of victory, some sort of change does happen. You do come out on top of the situation. It does say that these two people do throw their swords down and walk away. So if you feel like you're having to compete with anybody, Capricorn, you are going to come on top. But I think the only person that you're competing with, Capricorn, is actually yourself. I feel like the Five of Swords is very much negative thinking. You're telling yourself you can't do something. And what it is that you're wanting to do has something to do with some sort of power. It could be like a power position. It could be about control of something, like maybe Capricorn, you're needing to take control of something. And I know people say that control is not a good thing and we shouldn't have control. We should leave it all to Spirit. And I understand that. But think about this, for example, let's say you're trying to become a healthier person. You're trying to eat healthier things. Well, you're kind of controlling what you're eating, right? You're just not like laying out in the ground with your mouth open and just letting Spirit throw whatever in there, right? So you're in control of that situation. And I feel like there's something that Capricorn needs control, or they feel like they need control of, but they're not trusting themselves to be able to do it. The Juno Tarot. Look at this, guys. We're going to get famous before we know it. So the Juno Tarot, I've talked about her several times. So if you guys are on Twitch, please check her out. But hi, Juno. Thank you for coming in. It's so sweet. I get so excited. I always feel like I'm seeing celebrities. But I've talked about you a bunch, Juno, so I just want you to know. All right. So let's see, Capricorn. Let's do the main spread with Llewellyn. And we're going to look at the challenge or obstacle. Why is it that you're doubting yourself? Oh, so we have the Queen of Cups coming out. So Queen of Cups, again, that unconditional love. So all day with the earth signs, I've definitely been picking up like a motherly energy with the Queen of Cups. Could definitely have something to do with children, but I don't. I feel like it's definitely about taking some sort of like control, power position, something like that. But it could be, could definitely have something to do with unconditional love. You have the Six of Cups coming out as lesson learned. So I feel like you've learned something from your past that's going to help you with the situation. Oh, I know what this is. Duh, I'm so silly. You're supposed to give this to yourself, Capricorn. Queen of Cups. See, Juno came in here and threw me off, and I got nervous. But Queen of Cups is very much unconditional love. So you're supposed to give this to yourself. You're giving yourself this negativity. You're being too hard on yourself and telling yourself that you can't do something. And I feel like Spirit's just saying, hey, this unconditional love that you maybe even be giving to someone else, you need to give it to yourself. So Six of Cups came out and totally gave me the answer, because Six of Cups is like about your past, nostalgia. It's about thinking back on happier times. And I think that's what you're doing right now. I know this is supposed to be lesson learned that can help you, but I think right now you're only thinking back about when you were in this position or when you were able to do something. And you're trying to like rush to get there now. And Spirit's saying, hey, you can get there. The timing is perfect. You're supposed to be where you are right now. And just remove the negative thinking, remove that self-doubt. And then outcome, we have the Fool. Look at that. I love the Fool card because it says you finally have faith. You take some sort of leap of faith. All right, let's clarify. And let's use the Gilded Tarot. Oh, but you are, Juno. You are. All right, so let's see. Queen of Cups. I definitely picked it up right away. It's like unconditional love. You need to offer yourself. Ooh, ooh, ooh. All right, so I've seen more cards that are trying to come out that definitely match. So super interesting. But we have the Four of Pentacles and the Two of Swords. So the Four of Pentacles says you're holding on to something too tightly. This guy holds on. I feel like hey, is this the card? We always have like one card that comes out for all the readings. And I think in the earth signs today, it might be the Four of Pentacles. And the Four of Pentacles says that you're holding on to something too tightly. Everyone says that the Four of Pentacles means you're supposed to release, you're supposed to let go. I feel like the Four of Pentacles guy, I feel like I talked about this in either the Taurus or Virgo. Like he always gets a bad rap. Everybody's like, hey, release, let go, you're going to get more. But see, that's why he doesn't, because he doesn't think he's going to get more. He thinks wherever he's at right now that this is as good as it gets. And that's why he holds on to these things so tightly. The Two of Swords coming out tells me that you're not going to make a decision. You're not going to do something. And the reason you're not going to do it is because, one, you feel like this is all there is and there's not going to be more. And two, because you can't actually see. You see how she's blindfolded? Well, in most of them, she's blindfolded. In this one, it's actually wings. But it says that she can't see the points of the sword. Like she can't choose something because she doesn't understand what's coming. Like until she gets verification, like if I choose this sword that's pointing in this direction, am I going to get this answer back? Until she receives that, she doesn't make a decision. She just kind of sits there. I always say this card reminds me of like being stuck between a rock and a hard place. So there's something you're holding on to, something you're telling yourself that you can't do. And that's where you're lacking in that unconditional love. That's where you're not loving yourself for some particular reason. I definitely don't feel like it's about anybody else. I feel like it's just you, Capricorn. All right, let's look at that Six of Cups. I definitely got like nostalgia right away, thinking back on happier times. Oh, I could definitely be completely wrong because the Six of Cups is also reunion and the Four of Wands is union. So that's interesting. But it could be that what you're thinking back on is when you were in union with someone, definitely, especially with that Queen of Cups coming out. Four of Wands is also like a firm foundation. There's that Queen of Cups again. Again, so hard not to say twin journey on this channel. But Queen of Cups, again, unconditional love. I feel like this is actually whatever you're remembering or you're nostalgic about, whatever happier times this is, definitely could have been when you were in union with someone, and definitely could have been when there was children involved. And I feel like it's possible, like maybe now the children are grown and now you need to get, because I did feel like you were giving the first Queen of Cups, the unconditional love. I felt like you were giving that to everyone but yourself. And I feel like Spirit's saying now it's time for you to give it to yourself. Which really it was then too, but when you're a mom and you're a parent, we always do it's always about our children first, right? All right, let's look at that Fool. What is this leap of faith that you're taking, Capricorn? Ooh, look at that. We have 10 of Cups. So not the 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Cups is very specific. It's happy home, happy family. So it's like you're going to start putting your family, like the goal of happiness in your family becomes a priority. Let's see what else. And the Hanged Man comes out. I feel like you finally start moving forward. Okay, so the Hanged Man came out for Virgo. And I explained what the Hanged Man is, that Pisces energy. It's very much like where you're in this dreamy state. You're just in your mind and you're trying to figure out like what to do next. It's very much like where you're trying to like, I don't know, again, strategize, plan something out. You're not making any movements. A lot of times with the Hanged Man, I feel like it's possible that the Hanged Man wants to go backwards, but he understands that he can't, right? But sometimes that keeps him from being able to move forward. I feel like that's kind of where you've been, Capricorn. And what's happening now is something happens at the end of this week that allows you to be able to take this leap of faith. And when you do take that leap of faith, you definitely leave that Hanged Man energy behind. You definitely move forward. All right, so let's do guidance with my crazy 2 cards together. We have Magical Times Empowerment cards and the Power of Love activation, because I just love to mix really large decks together. So I can drop them everywhere. All right, so this is going to be guidance from Spirit for Capricorn. Let's see what Spirit says about this situation. All right, so the first card to come out, I've seen this card all day in so many different decks, but kindness. You are a humanitarian made of love, and you are able to share that energy with others. I'm going to read it one more time so I can say it right. Kindness. You are a humanitarian made of love, and you are able to share that energy with others. I feel like that card actually came out for Virgo also. We have prosperity, focus on the positive and more good will come. Give thanks for blessings and they will multiply. Prosperity begins in the mind. Super interesting because the Hanged Man and prosperity also came out for Virgo. So if you or your person has Virgo, I definitely recommend checking that out. And look at that, the past. Super big confirmation. Thank you, Spirit. But it says the past. Through the power of love, you release any stagnant situations or energy in order to transform your heart space. Perfect. All right. So Capricorn, let's close it out with a Moonology Oracle. This will help with your thoughts and emotions. Again, I don't feel like Capricorn is very emotional. I felt that at the very beginning, getting ready for the earth signs. I do feel like you're just very grounded, very dedicated, set on something. I feel like what you've been set on is trying to talk yourself or self-care, self-love to push yourself to take that leap of faith, Virgo. And I feel like you finally do that this week. So the first card we have that says it's time to take action. It's the new moon in Aries. We have you're very close to achieving your goal. I definitely feel like something big is definitely almost here. And we have a fiery climax approaches. It's the full moon in Aries. All right, Capricorn, that's it. I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that reading was helpful. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, follow, all those very good things that do help my channel grow. I do appreciate each and every one of you. And that's it, guys. That's the earth signs for this week. So yes, I'm going to clean up really quickly, and then I will pick a few of you to do some free readings for. Yes, Juno, so interesting. Juno says she hopes I'm taking good care of myself. I'm very focused on self-care the last couple of weeks for sure. I really have some assistance with that. I'm very grateful. But yeah, otherwise I'm very much a workaholic and I will just go, 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 go. Yes, so definitely. I so appreciate you coming in here. It's so very sweet. Thank you. I do go out and check out a lot of the different platforms I'm on, just so I can get my bearings and see, like, you know, the people that are around, what type of energy. Twitch has been beautiful since day one. Super, super helpful. Yes, everyone should. Absolutely. All right. All right, so I'm almost done. So I see Sandra's. So guys, if you asked for one earlier, just please put it back in there. And I do see the Facebook comments. Facebook is working, I believe, working just fine. StreamYard has really gotten on the ball here lately. I feel like I haven't had any issue with Facebook whatsoever. Discord. Everybody keeps saying something about Discord. I need to learn what Discord is. My son's like, you have one. I'm like, what does that mean? When I was watching a fight, UFC fight, Conor McGregor, my son had me set up this thing so I could watch it while he was streaming it. And I guess that's Discord, or like we had to get a Discord. I don't know. But anyway, he's like, you already have one. You just need to go in there and fix it up. I'm like, oh, I don't know. But yeah, send me the link so I can learn. So I can learn, Juno. Thank you. All right, Sandra. Let's see what Spirit has for Sandra today. I'm going to use that big, the two card decks that we put together. And I'm just going to pull as many as I'm drawn to, and we'll see where it goes, okay? Sweet. Thank you, Juno. And guys, if you do go over to my Twitch, like Sandra, I know you have already went over. I do have a couple channels down there when I'm offline, and Juno Tarot is one of them. So I definitely recommend checking her out also, Sandra. All right, Sandra. So the first card that comes out is Dreamer. Your dreams have chosen you. Oh, Spirit's making us do this on purpose, Sandra, because I need your mailing address for that Twin Flame Journey journal. I was getting them ready today, and I noticed that I didn't have your address. You're the only one. How interesting is that? All right. But I have your dream journal. Since you already got the Twin Flame Journey, I got you a dream journal. But it says, your dreams have chosen you. Find fulfillment in pursuing your destiny. This is the magic of life. So fill out the dream journal, Sandra. It says, expression. You are ready to manifest your thoughts and transform them into acts of love. Interesting. Let's do one more. And we have peacefulness. You recognize that balance, kindness, and love bring calmness to your soul. So because I know you, Sandra, this is so super easy. Dreamer, you're definitely pursuing like your purpose. Like you're trying to find your purpose, pursue your purpose. That's definitely like where you're at this moment. Expression comes out. It says you're ready to manifest your thoughts and transform them into acts of love. I feel like that spirit just confirming and telling you, Sandra, like you're ready. It's time. And peacefulness is actually the first sign that I got from you, Sandra, that I knew that you were ready for this situation. Because peacefulness, and I'm not going to get really specific, but I know that you're having like some situations with like a family member or two, and you very much learned to protect your energy from that person, but still send unconditional love. And when you learn to do that, that's when you find your peace. And that's definitely when you start to move towards your purpose. So super interesting that those three came out. Oh, you're gonna have to. You're gonna have to. So I didn't used to remember my dreams either, Sandra. You know what, Denny? I really just honestly, I tried all kinds of different things. Like I had the amethyst, I had the different quartz, you know, because they tell you different things will help you remember your dreams, and it's very true, and it does work for many, many people. So I would say do a little research, and there's a couple little things that you can do like that. But mine was just really affirmations. I just told myself, I literally meditated, spoke to my higher self, and said, I want to be able to remember these dreams. I want to wake up in the morning and write them down. I want to be able to study them. I want to be able to learn and understand what it is that's trying to come through in these dreams. And I just kept doing that. Affirmations are things you just say over and over and over. And I got into a routine where every single night I would just say this. And I've even got Junior to start doing it. And he didn't used to remember his dreams either. But he's just recently, guys, we've been together over a year now. But he just recently has started coming and telling me, like, hey, I remembered this little part. And actually, like the day before yesterday, he came and he's like, I remember this little part, but his little parts are getting bigger and bigger and bigger. You see what I mean? So, yeah, affirmations. All right, so let's clarify that dreamer card. Let's see what's going on. So 3 of Swords, something about healing. Ooh, wow, 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 Sandra. All right, so the 3 of Swords and the Lovers. The Lovers, so Sandra is very much in my twin flame soul tribe. And the Lovers is very much my twin flame clue card. It's very much about a soul bond. It's very much about a decision that you make every single day. So let's say I'm working on my healing, Sandra, and I do really good until something happens. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to self-care today. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to revert back to like the more unhealthier things of each day, right? I have to make that decision to heal. I have to make that decision to push forward. I have to make that decision to raise my vibrations, like I showed in that cone chart that we studied in class. You know what I'm saying? Like each day, it's something that we choose. So that's interesting. That came out first card. Let's look at expression. I definitely felt like this is spirit telling you, like, you're ready. Start manifesting. Use those affirmations for that too, Sandra. So yeah, you're ready. Get going. Get moving. The Chariot. You're not trusting yourself. Stop doubting yourself, Sandra. So I was kind of talking about this in our class. I said that like we're always like we can't ever just not have a negative thought, right? Like if we could do that, that would be amazing. I'd like to meet a person that's never had a negative thought or never does have a negative thought because I just feel like that's impossible. But the more you pay attention to something, the more you practice something, the better you get at something. So what I had to do with me specifically, Sandra, was I had to replace my negative thoughts with something positive. So I would have negative thoughts all the time. And at first, when I started doing this, I had so many negative thoughts that I didn't remember to replace every single one of them. But I would try to remember or grab one or two here or there. And I would be like, no, I'm not going to have this thought. I'm going to replace it. And I'm going to say something positive about myself. And whatever it is you're saying negative, like, I'm too slow. No, you're not. You're just at the speed you're supposed to be. You know what I mean? It's things like that. Like, try to replace each one. Are you going to get all of them? No. But again, the more you do it, the more you practice, the better you get. Let's look at peacefulness. I definitely feel like this is about you. detaching from a chaotic, stressful taker energy, and very much just focusing on your self-care, self-love. We have the Two of Swords and the Queen of Swords. So you're still having a hard time speaking your truth. Ooh, that's interesting. I missed a card. The Be Content card was on the bottom. But Queen of Swords, very much like you're having a hard time. So Queen of Swords to me is like that person that like builds those really high walls. And she really makes people climb over the walls. Sometimes there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you need to do that to protect yourself and protect your energy. And when you're doing that, you're still loving the person. You send them unconditional love. I always say like my ex, like my karmic ex, I still love him. Absolutely. I still wish good things for him. I don't wish any harm for him to come to him. I can love him from afar. I don't ever want to see or hear his voice, but I can love him from afar. You know what I'm trying to say? I don't have to think negative and say, oh, I hope these bad things happen to him and oh, this. You see what I'm trying to say? Like you know to stay in this more like higher, like we were talking earlier, higher vibrational energy. And you do that by speaking your truth, sending unconditional love, staying in those higher vibrational energies. But I feel like the Two of Swords is telling us that you're just having a really hard time like sticking to it is what I'm getting. All right, so let's pull one of those angel inspiration cards for guidance, and let's see what Spirit says. Look at that. We have the Hope card coming out. Don't lose hope and be strong. I want to look at that Hope card because I feel like there's something about when they're simple like that, I forget it, and then I get on the page, I'm like, oh yeah. Oh, look, that's why. See, oh yeah. So the Hope card, the key words are hope, wishes, and dreams. Look at that. All right, it says, do you feed your feelings of hopelessness with apathy? Do you participate in activities that bring a sense of hope into your life? That's what you got to do. That's definitely the guidance. Participate in activities that bring a sense of hope into your life. Tell yourself, I make choices that bring hope to my life and to the world. I lovingly instill hope into the lives of others. All right, let's look at that Be Strong card since we're already here. So it's about strength, solidity. I can't say that. I'm not going to say it. Or solidity. I'm not going to say it right, but it's what I said. It's like you can't stick to it. In balance. It says, do you feel you always have to put on a brave face? Do you support others in their time of need? I face my challenge with strength and compassion. I allow the angels and loved ones to support me in times of need. See, I feel that. I feel like you do support others in time of needs, but you might have a hard time allowing others to support you in a time of need. All right, Sandra, yes, dreams was a big one. I'm going to leave it there. I hope that was helpful. All right, guys, we are over our hour. I did not realize that we had went so far over. I do apologize. I do try to keep them right at an hour. So I'm going to go ahead and close it up. I did the Twin Flame March update. It is posted. I posted it this morning. So if you haven't checked that out, please do so. There is no extended this month. It's all free, all in one long video. It is a little bit lengthier than normal. I think it's like 30 minutes. So just bear with me. There was some really good information in there. And like I said, no extended this month. So it's just all in one video. So I hope that is helpful. Please check it out. Please comment. Let me know in the comments if it resonates. I want us to comment more and show other twins that it resonates so that they don't have that I'm all alone feeling. It's very much my purpose to show you guys that there's so very many of us and we are all connected. We are not alone. And it's just really important that you guys understand that. So I feel like if we start engaging, start commenting, I know for some of you, everything is really private, and I understand that part of the journey. But for those of you that have opened up to it and are no longer afraid to talk about or, speak about your experiences, please comment in the description box, in the comment box, and let others know. And it's definitely going to give them that feeling like, hey, so, John Blue 1989 feels the same way. So it's not just me. You know what I'm trying to say? It definitely gives you that type of feeling. I think I'm going to do a love reading. We haven't done a subscriber energy love reading in quite some time, and I've been feeling the push to do that all last week, and I just didn't get to it. So I definitely want to do that this week. So actually, we'll probably do it this weekend. We'll probably either do it tomorrow evening or maybe Monday. I know Monday is not a weekend, but Monday's my Friday, guys. So it's hard for me to, adjust to the days. Hi, Jelly Melly Mellow. Love it. Oh, look, join. So I just recently learned that join means when you do the little, I'll show you, Sandra, because you probably can't see it. So we are new to Twitch, Jelly, so bear with us. But I did just learn that the little upside down, or like the exclamation with in front of join, means they would like a reading. So I just thought that was like the first one we did, the first couple of lives. There was people that came in there and said that, like, put join, and I was like, what? Well, thank you. I thought they like followed or something. You know what I mean? Like I didn't know. All right, so Jelly, we were actually getting ready to close out, but since you did come in, I do want to pull a card for you. So I'm just going to pull one guidance card really quickly. And I feel like it'll let you know whether you have found the right channel or not. If it resonates, please hit that follow button for me. We do the live 4 elements, 4 lives, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday at 2 p.m. So please come back and check them out. And I do always pick a few to do free readings for at the end. Ooh, that peacefulness card just keeps wanting to come out. All right, so I was drawn to pull 3. So the first one says acceptance. You're ready to release control of situation or people and lovingly embrace the rhythm of life. So definitely going through some sort of transformation, where I think it's like maybe leaving an old job or maybe even like a breakup. Peacefulness comes out, and it says you recognize that balance, kindness, and love bring calmness to your soul, which means you could definitely be going like through your spiritual awakening. You could be learning to meditate. You could be learning to like speak to your higher self, go within, really find like that calming energy, that calming space for you. And then you also have change. It says you are transforming. Ooh, look at that. Let go of the past, embrace the light and joy of this new day. All right, Jelly, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope it resonates. If it does, please hit that follow button. Come back and join us on a different day, and I would be glad to give you a bigger reading. All right, guys, I'm going to get off here. Thank you so very much for always joining me. We will be back tomorrow. Water signs are always super popular. Tomorrow, Sunday, 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. Twin Flames Energy monthly update is out. Check that out. And we will also be doing a subscriber love reading. I do base that on people that have subscribed, followed, engaged, or interacted with me in any way. So make sure to check that out. And I will talk more about that probably tomorrow during the live, and then we'll probably set it up for tomorrow night. All right, guys. Thank you so very much. Thank you, Sandra. I love you so very much. Thank you for all of your support. Thank you for all the new people that came in. Please follow, subscribe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm sending all of you abundant love and light on your journey. Thank you.